Hey, how's everybody doing out there? This is Alexander Investment Insights, and we're back with another video. We're going to be going over what happened in the market today, including S&P 500, Apple, Google, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, all types of main option plays, and we might even go through some other smaller stocks that I've been looking at. But first, let's go down to S&P 500. Our support hit perfect today. Leave a like for that. And we'll go down to the 1 minute chart to see exactly what happened. We came down in the morning, boom, came down, clear sense of direction coming down, boom, and then we see reversed up, and then we started trading sideways right here. This is when we started finding resistance right here. We started finding resistance, and then this level broke, boom, this level broke to the downside. We had stark down movements, right? So basically, SPY moved down, reached our support, didn't want to break our support, and then started moving back upwards again, moved upwards, and then just stalled out for the rest of the day. Didn't really do anything except stall out. Would have been nasty in here, but this right here was great sense of direction, just getting puts down to this support level. So we zoom out back to the daily chart. Support held 542.38. So that support is still there. I'm going to leave this support here, and then resistance is still 547. So if we break that 547, say tomorrow or Wednesday on the upside, then is when we could possibly start seeing some new all-time highs, or it might do what it did on Friday. See how it created an all-time high here and then started reversing back down. So kind of what we had today is we went down and then started reversing back up. So support held, I'm going to leave support there, and then resistance held, I'm going to leave resistance here, matter of fact. But if this breaks, this is when we'll start becoming bearish on SPY 500, is when this support breaks. And then I have another support down here at 539.50. So just watch that support in case this support breaks at 539.50 is our next support. But that's only if 542.38 breaks. So watch these three levels on the S&P 500. You're going to want to know what the S&P 500 is doing every single day that you're trading options on the market. It is very crucial that you know what is going on, not only in the daily time frame, but in the 1 minute time frame as well, in the 5 minute time frame. So very important on that. Let's go to IWM. IWM breaking through our support, but then holding it right there at 101.20. So leave a like for that as well. Perfect. So you see how price, boom, came down exactly to our support, stalled around our support pretty much until 10:30, and then it broke that support, but it went right back up to it, and now pretty much didn't really use it as a resistance. It's still using it as support. So that 201.20 area is holding. It did break it today, though. It did come back up. So I will move support down on IWM. The next support will be here at, well, the next support is actually, I have a target right here at 199.93. So watch that as your next support on IWM. That could be hitting if the rest of the market is going down tomorrow. 199.93 is our next support. So I'll be watching out for that when I'm trading. And then resistance, I'll leave. Now our resistance is going to come down a bit. Our resistance is now, I have resistance here at 203.50. So watch that resistance, a little small resistance there. That could also be hit depending on whether the market wants to go up on IWM. So 203.50 resistance, 199.93 support on IWM. We'll be looking for those. Scalping tomorrow. We'll go to Bitcoin. Stalling out at that 59,000 level. See how I had this 59,000 level once it broke that 66,000 level? See how it came down here, hit that perfectly, and has found support? Leave a like for that. Perfect levels. So now it came up in the past couple of days, but really hasn't had any like huge movements yet. I'm going to keep this support here at 59,000. The 66,600 resistance we now have. And then we also have that 70,100 resistance. So all the altcoins, a lot of Bitcoin, crypto sectors aren't going to boom until, once again, Bitcoin booms. Keep your eye on the market. Bitcoin can stall out for a long time, like we had down here from last March 2023, all the way to October 2023. Look what's happening around here. March 2024, it could stall out all the way to October 2024 before it wants to have a nice run to the upside again. So just watch those three levels, pretty basic. We'll go to FQQ. This runs the inverse of QQQ. This is how I get a good sense if the market wants to turn bearish. You see how it went right up to that 841 level? We'll go to the 5-minute chart and wanted to reverse right back down. Because that resistance did not break, we did not turn bearish on SPY 500. This resistance hold, and it came right back down, so we're not bearish on SPY 500 yet. We're still bullish until this level 841 breaks. Make sure you know that, okay? And there are other levels, 850. Really, when 850 breaks is when I'm turning bearish on SPY 500. Just make sure you know that. Very important. Let's go to Apple. So Apple hitting our resistance perfectly at 216.62. Leave a like. I'm getting pretty good at these supports or resistances, predicting where price goes, because this is where we're trading to. We're not buying calls at the beginning of market open because we see that price is going. No, we let price move, and then we have our target, our highly probable target, and then once we have an entry point, boom, that's when we trade up to hit that target. We don't trade to a target, we trade for potential gains. But let's go make some new levels on Apple. So Apple going up today, that support holding. I'm going to leave support here now at, there's now a support here at, let's say, 212.71. So 212.70 is your new support on Apple. We'll leave that there, and then just in case Apple starts coming down, I will have another support. Leave it here at 207. Now that resistance hit, we are going to have to move this resistance, and the next resistance is at 218.65. So watch that resistance. If Apple wants to keep going up, then we could see 218.65 possibly hit within the next few days. So watching that 218.65 resistance, and then 212.70 support, and if that support breaks, we have 207 support. We'll go to Microsoft. Microsoft booming up out of our price target. So we go down to the 5-minute chart and see how that would have reacted. Yeah, so we stalled out here. Really, we could have gotten calls once it broke this level. You see how it broke? See how this was acting as resistance throughout the night and in the morning? Boom, it broke. And once it broke is when we really had clear, nice price movement to the upside. We could, right when this broke, we would have got calls, and then we would have sold them up here or at this price target for nice percentage gains, right? Great. Now that you're seeing this, we're going to go back to our chart. We're going to update some new levels for you. We're going to keep these support levels. I might have to actually add a new support level. So I'll put support level right here at 451. So 451 support, just watch that. It's not a huge support. That could get broken pretty easily to the downside. So I'll just be looking for that, and then if that support gets broken, then I will move up this support level to 443.50. So 443.50 is another support level on Microsoft. We are at all-time highs, so I don't have any resistance levels for you. Now let's go to Google. Google coming down past our support today. So that did break. I'm going to remove this. Well, actually, I'll keep this level here on Google. Just to make it a little bit more aligned because it did close above it. So we'll keep these two supports here. And then we obviously have the all-time highs right there on Google. So put a resistance level there. In case price starts going up, we have a target that we could trade to, right? So that 186 resistance, then 182 and 180.50 support on Google. Let's go to Meta. Meta breaking down past our support, hitting that 149.80 141 or 496.80 support, and then going right back up to our support at 508. So I'm gonna leave this resistance here at 514. Resistance is still 514, and I'm gonna get rid of this support, and I will put a, that support did break, so, but it went right back up, so I'm gonna leave support right here at 496.80. I might have a better level for you on Meta coming in the next few days. Just watch out. If Meta booms past this 514 level, it has some room to go up to this 531 level, right? So just watch out for that on Meta. If the market continues bullish, then I'm going to be looking for some Meta swings, some Meta scalps to the upside, right, to go to or past these targets, because it's been lagging in the market a little bit recently. Let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia almost reaching down to our support of 117.50. Didn't quite get there, so that support is going to hold here, 17.50. And then since it broke one of those, we're going to move that away. And I'm going to keep this target here. I'm going to keep this target here. And then keep this resistance here. So this target is 128.17. If we start hitting up tomorrow or the next few days, watch for this target, 128.17. That could get hit on Nvidia, and I'll be scalping that to the upside if we start going up. So very important on Nvidia. Those are the levels there. Tesla obviously booming today. I did play Tesla in the morning to the upside. We got a small 10% gain, and I sold somewhere at this target. So that was pretty good on Tesla. So breaking our target level, we're going to have to get rid of that now. This would have been great for swings to the upside. So we're going to have to get rid of this resistance as well. And we're actually going to just create a new resistance, matter of fact. The next resistance that I see is here at 215.78. So 215.78 is my new resistance on Tesla. I'll be aiming for that. If we continue this bullish upward, then that'll be my next target. And I will actually move up support now. Support is now 198.38. So 198.38 is our new support. If Tesla becomes volatile and starts heading down, then watch for support to hold here. I'm not too sure that it will break this support because it's pretty strong right now. We've been seeing a lot of buying pressure, but if price comes down, watch this 198.38. We do have earnings and deliverables on Tesla July 16th in a couple weeks, so watch that. That also might bring them down a bit, considering they haven't been doing really good on their deliverables. So just watch out for that on Tesla. Amazon going up today. I'm going to put a resistance at their all-time highs here at 199.82. And then I will, looks like it's holding support today pretty nice. So I'm going to now move this support up to 192.50. So 191.50, now it becomes 192.50. And we'll see which way Amazon wants to go based off of these two levels. If it wants to crash down, then we have new support somewhere around 189.79. So that's what I see on Amazon. Netflix hitting our support at 664.40 pretty easily today. We go down to the 5-minute chart. You see how price opened up, boom, hit our support. Didn't want to break that support. What did it do? Stall out, and then boom, right back up. Didn't want to break that support, so that support is working beautifully at 446.40. And I still have resistance here at 690.45. So just watch that on Netflix. There is another smaller resistance that I see at 677.87, and that's if we start breaking to the upside. So, but the spreads on Netflix have been kind of nasty recently. I haven't been playing Netflix so much because the spreads are kind of disgusting on it. You see that AMD broke our 158.15 level today. Actually almost reached a target down here. So I actually will move this target now, and our next target is 153.30. So 153.30 is our new target on American Micro Devices, 153.30. And then our resistance level, it looks like we might be building a new resistance level some here around 163.50. So I'm going to keep this 167 resistance right there, but I'm going to double this up with putting a 163.25 little target level in white. Just in case we start heading up, I could have an upside target for this. Let's go to Intel. Intel, of course, stalled out between 32 and 29.70. Not much you could do on Intel. Disney coming down today, breaking our support. So we're going to have to update some prices on Disney. So our support down here at 97.50 is holding. I will keep that support there. I'm going to get rid of all the rest of these levels on Disney until we start heading back up again. This is a huge conglomerate. Disney can move fast to the upside. If we played leaps somewhere around here or around here is great to the upside. So just let Disney crash for now. We have support at 197.50. Did crash the next couple days, so we're going to want to see where the next zone it can find support between, maybe somewhere between 97 or 95 and 97. So just watch that on Disney between these two levels. See if this support can hold, right? Excuse me. Awesome. So we had support and resistance hit today on Dell Technologies, 144.65 and 134. So those levels are holding today. I'm going to leave both those levels there because tomorrow we could start going up on Dell. And if we start going up on Dell, I might start looking for swing call options on Dell. And I would take that to the next somewhere around 150.70. So watch this level. If this 144 level breaks, I might get swing calls to 150 or scalp it up to 150 once we get towards around that target. So pretty simple. 144.65 resistance, 134 support. And then I have this target here at 150.70. That's what I'm seeing on Dell Technologies. Let's go to PANW. PANW having some nice upwards movement. We have a resistance here at 345.21. So 345.21 is my resistance on PANW, and then 325.56 is my support. So just watching those two levels, seeing which one's going to break first. We might stall out between these two levels because it's not like a huge range, but it could definitely bounce up and off these a few times before it wants to clearly break one. But we've seen PMW have some nice upward movements, so we're just going to want to see if that is able to continue. Walmart, we have support $65 and then, or $66.50 is how I put it. $66.50 is our support on Walmart. We scalp down to that. If they start heading down in the next few days, we could probably get a scalp down to this target here. And then I do have resistance at $96 or $69. They do have another small resistance around 68.50, but I'm just going to leave that other resistance there because it's really not that big of a range. We'll go to Coinbase. Coinbase going up past our resistance today, which is nice. We like to see Coinbase going up because that means that Bitcoin is probably doing well as well. Not really, but Coinbase and Bitcoin are loosely correlated. So the next resistance that I see on Coinbase is around 244. So actually we're going to lower that. The next resistance that I see on Coinbase is 240.50. So 240.50 is our next resistance. I'm going to be looking for that to hit on the upside if Bitcoin keeps going up. 240.50 resistance on Coinbase, and then I'll move this support up. This support for me is now at 219, so 219 support, and I'll just keep my eyes on these two levels to see which way Coinbase is going to go. We might be able to scalp this to the upside if Bitcoin confirms to the upside, right? Alrighty, let's go to Nike once again. Nike coming down off that earnings. Looks like we found support around here at $75. I'm going to wait maybe a few more days before I get any Nike leaps or start scalping it, I guess, Nike leaps or shares, because I really want to see confirmation to the upside before we start buying in leaps and things like that. If we zoom out, obviously we are at pretty low prices compared to where it's been in the past. We've been at this price since June 2018. If we go to $60, which, believe me, I wouldn't be surprised if we went to $60. I've heard some things that we could be going to $60. I'm not playing it to go to $60. I'm just solely focused on price. But if Nike goes to $60, then once again, that is the load the boat zone. But I'm just going to wait a little bit before I buy leaps on Nike to go back up to the upside, because leaps can produce some very nice, even shares could produce some very nice games if Nike wants to come up off this bad earnings, right? You know, kind of equalize itself by going up. And SMCI just kind of stalled out. Not really much to do on SMCI. It hit a support down here today and it broke this other support, so I'm going to have to move down resistance as well. So resistance now is 871, so 871 resistance, and then I do have a support that didn't quite hold today, but it held. But you see how much downward movement we had on SMCI, so I'm just going to keep this and now put it as 786. So at 786 support we have on SMCI. Very important that we know what price wants to do between these two levels. And other than that, make sure you're keeping your eyes on Meta. Make sure you're keeping eyes on Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple every single day. Keep your eyes on SPY 500 when you're trading in the morning. Make sure you know which way SPY 500 is going, if it's correlating with other stocks in the market. And other than that, this video is already too long. I didn't want to make this video this long, but this was live updating with the prices. So make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more content. I'm doing trade recaps. Make sure you check out my trade recaps. That's going to be one of the most important series on my YouTube, is these trade recaps, because I'm giving you free analysis on the trades that I'm taking. It's very important if you actually want to learn how to trade that. You're going to go through my trade recaps to understand why I'm taking these trades. So I'm going to give you why, prices, times, all of that. So yeah, other than that, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.